Hey, how's everyone doing? Fantastic? Growing up, I never imagined I'd be standing here, trading jokes with you fine folks. I come from the hood, not exactly the breeding ground for stand-up comedians. But hey, life has a funny way of surprising you, right? So let's dive into the hood life, shall we? Now, for those of you who aren't familiar, the hood is like its own little universe. A place where street smarts are currency and survival skills are your best friend. I remember playing hide and seek as a kid, except instead of hiding behind bushes, we were dodging stray cats and trash cans. And let's talk about the neighborhood characters. Every hood has them. The guy who always wears socks with sandals, the lady who talks to her parents like they are her therapist, and of course, the local entrepreneur selling knockoff designer handbags out of the trunk of his car. But you know what? Despite the challenges, there's a sense of community in the hood that you just can't find anywhere else. It's like one big dysfunctional family. We fight, we laugh, and we always have each other's backs. Where else can you find free advice on fixing a flat tire while waiting for the bus? And don't even get me started on hood fashion. You are in the hood when oversized hoodies and sagging pants are considered high fashion. I tried rocking that look once. Let's just say I look less like a fashion icon and more like a lost tourist who took a wrong turn at the mall. Alright, let's dig a deeper into the hood life, shall we? Now, growing up in the hood, you learn some valuable life lessons real quick, like always double checking your cereal box of surprises. Cause you never know when you might find a toy or a coupon for a free meal at the local fast food joint. And let's talk about the hood cuisine. We have got our own version of gourmet dining. It's called whatever's in the fridge and doesn't require cooking. Who needs fancy restaurant when you have got a pack of instant noodles and a microwave? Am I right? But one thing I have learned in the hood is that creativity thrives in unexpected places. I remember one time our neighbor turned an old shopping cart into a barbecue grill. Talk about innovation. Who needs a fancy backyard setup when you have got a shopping cart and a dream? And let's not forget about the hood nicknames. Everyone's got one, whether it's Biggie Smalls, Lil Snoop, or my personal favorite, Shorty McTall. I once knew a guy whose nickname was Lefty, not because he was left-handed, but because he always left the party early to beat the rush. And speaking of the hood parties, you haven't lived until you have experienced a hood barbecue, where the grill master is treated like royalty and the potato salad is a closely guarded family secret. And don't even get me started on the dance-offs. You haven't seen moves until you have witnessed Auntie Sheila breaking out the electric slide. But you know what's the real MVP of the hood? The corner store. It's like our own little slice of heaven, where you can get everything from chips and soda to emergency duct tape for that leaky faucet. I once saw a guy try to negotiate the price of a candy bar. Talk about street smarts. And let's not forget about the hood transportation. We have got our own version of Uber. It's called Hey, can I catch a ride with you? And you better believe every car ride comes with its own soundtrack. Usually a mixtape of 90s hip-hop and R&B classics. Alright, let's dive even deeper into the hood life. Now, growing up, we had our own version of Disneyland. It was called the neighborhood playground. Sure, it might not have had roller coasters or fairy tale castles, but it had swings that doubled as catapults and monkey bars that tested your grip strength like you were training for an American Ninja Warrior. And let's talk about hood legends. Every neighborhood has them. The guy who claims he once dunked on LeBron James, or the lady who swears she used to be Beyonce's backup dancer. Who needs Hollywood when you have got your own local celebrities, right? And let's not forget about hood celebrations. Whether it's a birthday, a graduation, or just because it's Friday. We know how to throw a party. I once saw a guy turn his front yard into a makeshift dance floor, complete with a disco ball and a DJ booth made out of cardboard boxes. But you know what's the best thing about the hood? It's the sense of unity. We may come from different backgrounds and walks of life, but when we come together, magic happens. So here's to the hood, the place where laughter is a universal language and every day is a celebration of community. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Let's keep the laughter going because in the end, that's what makes the hood feel like home.